One time I thought a bird flew behind that sofa and it didn't come out. So what's your wife's name? Hilda. I go, will you do me a favor? Like, will you go behind that sofa?
Right.
And she's like she's so little, and I'm like scared of a bird, but I'm like, will you go back there? Remember the bird? 6 months ago, this cat came to my house. Long story short, now he sleeps in bed with me and I mush his face. My friend that watched him said he brought home a mouse twice, but he never brought one home to me yet. And he did last night. Most people would be a little freaked out. They'd go over with a dustpan or a piece of cardboard. Sure. You know, even if they had to flinch a little. I couldn't sweep it. It would make me barf. That's what would happen. Sorry for the language.
No, not at all.
So before you came, I didn't want you to walk in and see like a dead mouse.
Yeah,
here's my house. There's a dead mouse. So I covered it with a washcloth. Oh, God, even that makes me sick. Because just picturing him grabbing onto the dead mouse. Is it dead? Try giving it mouth to mouth. I think you were going to show it to the camera.
I think that's a little too grotesque. We don't need that.
No.
Great, where do you want me to put it?
Well, take it with you. No. Can he put it in there?
Okay, great. All right. You lived a good life. In this episode of Trash Talk, I speak to my friend, podcaster, avant-garde artist, Todd Glass. We walk around his neighborhood. He faced a joint directly before we started this episode. You can tell in the best way possible because he's so funny and he's so great, and I think you're going to love him too. So please enjoy this episode of Trash Talk with Todd Glass.
People used to pick up their dog poop with these.
Is that true?
No.
I was going to say, and you smoke it like a cigar with this?
There was a period, and I
You got that?
where people did not, of course, didn't pick up their dog poop.
Sure.
And
Still don't in my neighborhood.
They still don't. But it wasn't even wrong to not pick it up. Mm-hmm. And there was shit everywhere. Like I remember, like there was white shit everywhere because and then people talk about being just when you're immersed in something you can't see clear that you're wrong. Mm-hmm. I remember people going, now you got to pick up your own dog shit. Like,
what's the world coming to?
Right. It wasn't like, oh boy, we got away with that long enough. But of course, and it's so funny. They were so. It's like now I'm like a lunatic. I got to pick up my dog's shit.
Right.
Like, what am I crazy?
Right.
But now when you think about it, you're like, no, that was just the right thing.
People do a lot of reminiscing of the good old days, and I'm glad that you balanced that.
I feel like, can I tell you something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sometimes I feel like I do it too much, and I go, I'll keep doing it, but I have to ask myself why. And I go, because of what you just said. Because there's already enough people saying the other shit. Right. So I got to say it 10 times as much.
Right.
And the fantasy is maybe there's a young kid in the audience, I swear to God, or young people, young anybody going, all right, at least he's not someone who's older and fucking like all these other people.
Right.
Like I just think it's probably refreshing, so I just say it.
Do you feel like sometimes you're fighting against your age? Because you're a lot more progressive minded than a lot of people, no offense, but your age.
No, hey, by the way, I'm learning now more than people that are 30.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
people fall off the wagon easy.
16, yeah.
People that, yeah. So, I saw Jade Fonda on that Bill Maher show. Mm-hmm. That Bill Maher show. What's it called? It's so dismissive.
Well, he should have called it like, he called it something, I think it's like Club Random. Is that what it is? Club Random. We're talking about Club Random.
Does that seem rapey?
Wait, what? The Club Random?
Like,
a little bit, yeah. I wouldn't want to take my girlfriend to Club Random.
But she was I thought, hey, if she's 83 and she can still be...
Oh, yeah.
All you have to do is choose to want to do it.
Absolutely.
And it's not really that hard.
No.
You just have to choose to want to do it. Right? And that's right? I'm right?
I think you're right, and I think I like that you call it falling off the wagon. I think that's smart, because it is kind of like falling off the wagon.
Yeah.
Because you were saying people use their old credentials of being progressive, and they try to bring that into like the...
I feel like I want to beat you to this trash.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, I don't want to pay, but go, hey, Todd was great on the show, but can I tell you, like, the word amongst when you're editing it is, Todd Glass. That guy didn't pick up a lot of trash. But we had fun talking.
We're not, but no. There's more trash up here, and we're going to go across the street right here, and there's trash. Is that okay, fellas?
Guys, hold on.
Yeah.
What if I thought that was a piece of trash?
We have a lot of different kind of guests, Todd, and some of them are really down to pick up trash, and some aren't. I could already pin you as a guy who's really down to pick up trash.
Can I tell you why I am?
Go ahead.
Because I like to talk anyway. And I'm not as green as I should be, so it's just an excuse to nothing more than to go, all right, we'll go out, we'll talk. And you know what? There's nothing, how can anything hurt when you're picking up trash?
How can it hurt when you're picking up trash?
Right. And I should do more stuff. And my ex was better at recycling than me. And I got better. I did. I got better. But
At recycling.
honesty, I was a recycler liar.
Right.
Like I would,
Oh, really?
when I knew he was going to look in the trash, I would have to run out and like get all the stuff out of it.
Right.
Because I go, you know, so I would lie sometimes and say I was recycling, but I wasn't.
I think it really probably pinned it as a lie for you to be like, hey, I'm recycling. Do you know I'm recycling? Seems like you're kind of denying a little bit too much.
Yeah, well, because
protesting.
he would ask me, or he would notice, he goes, hey, you got to rinse that out.
Right.
Or they just throw it out. I'm
Right.
like, yeah. But then when he wasn't around, I didn't do it.
You'd have a little bit of fun. And by the way,
Lazy. It wasn't fun. I was
Who
just
among
being
us?
lazy. Not to correct you.
no.
No, I'm sorry.
I know what you're saying. Come on.
What if we started as we
Yeah.
were picking up trash, pretending that we didn't realize this wasn't trash?
Just ripping it out
Well,
completely.
because we want to steal them and put them in our house.
Absolutely.
I'm like, look at this here. I'll get these 3 pieces of trash. Hold on.
Yes, our house.
Oh,
I could put that in my studio apartment. That would be awesome if you walked into my studio apartment. It was just like half flower bed. Wouldn't that be beautiful?
I like that. Look at this leaves. Can I tell you something? If you
Go
promise
ahead.
never to tell anybody,
I won't tell a single
I
person.
swear to God, I would beat the shit out of you.
No, and I would want you to.
During Thanksgiving, it has to do with these leaves. I wanted leaves in the backyard. And it's weird, I never did this. I lived in that house for 20 years.
Sure.
But I wanted leaves in the backyard. So I came to a pile just like this across from my house with green trash bags, and I got 2 trash bags of leaves. And then I threw them all over my backyard.
That's
And you know
insane.
what? It looked fucking great.
That's really crazy.
It looked so good. I was so happy about it. And the guy who cuts my lawn was sort of, I think, not laughing at me, but like, I would have to tell him, like, hey, don't blow out the backyard. I want to leave the leaves. And if he was judging me, he's like, oh, why? I said, I don't know. It looks like fall. And he was like, all right.
That is so funny that you're doing the reverse of his job.
Right. You think he'd be happy. No, he was happy. He died the next day. All my stories of people dying.
Because he was working too hard to avoid the leaves.
What else about trash? I have one more.
Oh, you were
figured
thinking about
since-
trash.
Since it sort of has to do with trash.
Oh, sure.
I figured I will reveal all my, like, I feel like the need. Everybody
Oh,
wants
interesting.
to tell the dirty secrets.
Sure.
And by the way, I do stuff. I got rid of the grass at my house. I thought that was being green.
That's excellent.
I don't have to be bad at everything. I don't spit at it. I just am lazy. But the other thing, when it has to do with recycling, trash, I forget.
Dude, can we tell people that you faced an entire joint directly before doing that?
I don't mind.
It's funny, let this young fella pass. Sorry about that, buddy.
When you think of, sometimes when you smoke, like if I was sitting in my house, I might not seem high, but when you have to go walk around.
Oh, yeah.
So he goes, can you smoke a whole joint? I'm like, yeah, no. But I'll be fine. Like if I'm in the car and I have one more roll and I don't want to eat it because I have trouble with that.
Right.
If I just throw it out the window, I go, oh, the birds. Then you start making up lies. You know, you throw gum wrappers out you throw gum wrappers out of the, under the ground. You go, oh, the squirrels need toilet paper. Rich Scheidner. That's his joke. 30 years ago.
Oh, really?
30 years ago, I saw him do that joke about people. 30 years ago, Rich Scheidner. 30 years ago. And
isn't it beautiful when it sticks in there? Oh, yeah. Oh, for longer than almost anything. Like,
because these people, they're always making excuses. Oh, Dad, you threw gum wrappers out the window. Hey, squirrels need toilet paper. 30 years later.
No, there's this comic. I always bring this joke up all the time whenever people talk about remembering jokes. She said it at an open mic 8 years ago, and it just stuck in my head. And it was such a little joke, but it was, people say I have a magnetic personality. When I'm at a party, I'm on the fridge. And I just love that. There's just something so silly about it.
That's great.
Oh, we got
and
our
how long
first.
ago?
That 8 years ago. 8 years ago in Western Mass.
If I had, how some people, they're famous, they have a lot of money, maybe they open up a restaurant.
Sure.
They just do something creative, even if they don't see their money back. They don't even care. It's
absolutely.
Like, I would want to shoot mini documentaries, sort of low budget documentaries, but, with enough of a budget where somebody could do something. And one of them would be, there's probably a lot of things, but like these little mini documentaries, and you just give someone you think talented. If you had money, 25,000, you go do a documentary on this. I want to know more.
I love that idea.
And it would be what we just talked about.
Yeah.
Everybody knows a comedian, whether it's big stars, comedians that are used to that has an open mic night. That these jokes that are still in their head, everybody does.
1,000%.
And one of the other ones this was probably 40 years ago.
Yeah.
This guy, his name was Fred Novak. He doesn't even do comedy anymore.
That's always the best when they don't do comedy anymore.
And you know what his joke was? He goes, he just come out on stage. I mean, I was 17 when I heard him tell this joke. 17, he was probably 30. And he goes, Casper, what's so funny about a dead kid? And then just me and my friends thought that was so funny.
I was just about to bring up another one, which is so similar to that one. This guy, Bunny Knuckles, who I don't want to put words in his mouth, was definitely on heroin.
Bunny Knuckles?
Bunny Knuckles was his name. He would go up at Bishop's Lounge, and he had this joke that I thought was so funny, where he was like,
"You gotta love Bunny Knuckles."
Bunny
Shut
Knuckles.
The fuck up.
He would. He kind of had this delivery like the Massachusetts guy on heroin. He had this delivery like this, and he had this joke where it was like, "There's guys with big dicks and guys with small dicks. Guys with big dicks get sad too." Just perfect. Just a perfect joke.
I can't believe you missed this. I like to make everything into a competition. I mean, Dan, if you're going to come out here...
Oh, good Lord.
This is embarrassing.
No, that's about as blatant as you can get.
Oh, you missed that.
That's disgusting.
No, are you even looking?
I'm not even paying
attention. Oh,
my
God. Come on here, buddy. Look at that. That's a...
That's a
piece
leaf.
of dental floss.
That is a leaf.
Dental floss.
I didn't see it. I don't know if that's true.
You know what I realized? If it's flat, I'll walk forever. But I don't want any hills.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing going uphill.
Nothing uphill. But if it's flat, I could walk forever.
Oh, yeah. No, I've...
Not that I'm bragging. Okay, I'm going to admit one more thing.
Yeah, please.
I murdered a guy in Florida.
Well, that's fine in Florida.
He was talking during my show. and I took outside. It was so nice.
Sure.
I'm like, talking to him behind the club. I go, listen, it's all good. I go, what do I want? I'm not going to get resolve out of this. So just, Todd, don't be stupid. Oh my God, I can't let it get away. That's embarrassing. Not only remember with Todd Glass, not only did he not pick up trash, remember when he started dropping it all over the street?
He started to spew it all around.
And Dan's got to pick it up.
Right, he took it from a rich neighborhood and just kind of started pouring it around the more
talking for a second.
Disenfranchised neighborhoods.
Can you hold this?
Yeah, absolutely.
Jeez.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh my God.
Taking things into your own hands. I like this.
Yeah.
Get that right over there too.
Go.
You see that Quest?
It's that thing.
Quest potato chips.
I used to have a fake arm.
Is that true?
I used to have a fake arm.
And now you got the real one.
I used to have something like this, but electronic. And then a year ago, I got this new arm.
With the tattoos on it, or
this one?
Oh, that one. It's clean. Are you gonna get that one tatted up too, or?
No.
No. What are you, stupid?
I'm all done. I'm all done. Wow.
Todd, we were talking about this.
Wow.
As that dog barks at you for dropping litter in his neighborhood.
That's fine.
As that dog rightfully...
It's fine. No, it's not. That's what we're...
barks at you for dropping litter in his neighborhood.
Do you know I have an invention?
Yeah, please, go ahead.
I'm going on Shark Tank, not this month, but next month. It's poop blinkers.
Oh, go on.
You have different blinkers in your car if you have to poop. And you put them on, and they blink, and people are like, let that guy in.
Almost like a siren, yeah.
Right, exactly.
Like, he doesn't get in front of the ambulances, but he definitely gets in front of, like, a guy trying to get to work.
Right.
Right.
Right, and you just put them on.
Does it make it, is there a siren with it?
Yeah, it's...
Oh, God! It goes, oh, God!
I was going to go grosser.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
The sound of...
The sound of shit.
But loud with echo. And you hear, if you're in your car and you're like, you hear...
Right.
And you're like, oh, honey, the guy's got
honey,
his poop
get over,
and
will
they do,
ya?
they're like, oh, Jesus, I'm sorry, they wave, sorry. They
Okay.
wave out the window.
I'm thinking this area right over here. We'll let
Well,
this truck go through.
can we find a place with less trash? I mean, after all, guys, really don't want to, I'm just kidding. Can you imagine? Seriously, hey, I know a cleaner neighborhood, right?
Yeah.
During the pandemic, me and my ex walked around these neighborhoods.
Yeah.
And we would just do this thing where we would look at a house and go, what would you do to that house?
Okay.
And then I would say, and then he would say. And we did it we just home after home, or, you know, if it was a cool home that we liked, we would drive to another neighborhood because we had gone through every, you know, we walked 7 days a week.
That's wild.
And because I wasn't going to the gym. And then, and I never realized I knew so much about stucco. And he thinks to this day I'm a stucco savant.
Right.
I'm like, oh, that's the type of stucco you want to get rid of. You got to paint it dark to hide it. It's the 70s stucco. Oh, that's from when they used to have stone and they'd stucco over the houses. But then, you know, he's like...
And you know all about that.
I don't know.
How do you know so much about stucco?
He said I was like Rain Man, but stucco. That stucco's from this. That's Spanish stucco. That's, you know, this stucco.
Sure.
What stuccos look cheap?
What, do you guys still talk to each other at all?
We do.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
See, after a breakup, it goes one of two ways. Either you like never talk to each other or you're like good friends.
You know what? I only over-preface this because it takes the two right people. You know, you can't do what we have with everybody. It's got to be, you know, it doesn't mean one person, you know, oh, if you know, there's people you couldn't do this with, and you'd be right not to keep in touch with certain exes. It wouldn't be healthy.
Absolutely.
But in this case, it worked.
It was the healthy thing to do.
Yeah.
You ever see people who stay in contact and you're like, you shouldn't.
Right.
You shouldn't.
If it's not healthy.
Right. Yeah, we got lunch, we still fuck or whatever. It's like, yeah, maybe we find some other people to hang out with.
You know, with my ex, we're very, very, very...
His name is X, is what
His name is XX.
Yeah, you're XX.
We are very, very amicable.
That's great.
Very amicable. But with my recent ex, we're just... I mean, I know this sounds overly, but I think you'll know what I mean. If it was a love story, it would start even after we broke up. And we had a good relationship.
It would start...
We got closer.
It would start after you broke up?
That's when it gets really, like, beautiful, because there's a lot of love stories about people when they're in a relationship.
Sure.
But we're not in a relationship, and we don't want to be with each other. A lot of people think I know it. I know.
No, I trust you.
But we are so fucking close. And it's really nice.
That's very nice.
Really nice, yeah.
That's very, you know what it is? It's very adult.
Yeah, it's, I mean, you know, it's you know, it does make it, you know, easier. But I had a friend that was a therapist, and I go, hey, is it unhealthy at all, something I'm not seeing that, you know? He goes, no, as long as you're honest with each other. He goes, if somebody starts to date and you want to be real close, you're probably going to have to be honest. You don't want to hide it.
Right, and they might get mad too. You know, a third person, it's like you're having dinner with Todd again?
What?
Like if he starts dating somebody else, then they're not cool.
Well, you have to be comfortable to talk about it.
Yeah,
and by the way, I went through it, and guess what? It was tender the first time he mentioned he went on a date.
Right.
It was tender, but guess what? We got through it.
Right.
Now I can like, give him advice.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Anyway, that's who gives a shit.
See, me, every ex I've ever had so far is just, they're gone now.
Yeah, and maybe that's the right thing too.
For me personally, I think, yeah.
We have to make a difference in this corner.
We're making a real difference.
It's our first, like, you know, where we can't be lazy about it.
Now, how do you feel about the smash and grab glass there?
I'm not going to get that.
You're not going to get that?
But look at this. We're doing...
I feel like it'd be rude to get that because people now know, oh, if you leave your car here, it's going to get broken into.
Bro, that's true, too.
You can use your hands.
Oh. You ever see that Family Guy where they... Look at this. Hey, you know the Dynasty? The typewriter?
Yeah, the venue, the Dynasty typewriter.
Yeah, Jamie, which I love, has the go on the perimeter streets an hour before they open and do this.
Really? Oh, that's really nice.
Well, I saw one of the employees picking up trash, and I was like, does Jamie have you guys do this? He goes, yeah. And he loved it. He wasn't mad that he had to do it.
Well, it's pretty fun to do, you know, like, I just do it as an activity.
Here's the thing, I'll never do it again after this. You know, my friend Kevin, who's like a therapist, and he has such clean advice. My friend Daniel was asking him questions one night because he knew he was a therapist. He goes, you know, I'm in the dry sauna and some guy gets in there and he does something or he pours a perfume into the...
I've been in that situation, by the way.
Whatever it is, and look, there's a million situations like that. He goes, yeah, I feel like I should say something. And Kevin goes, well, I can talk you through it and you can do what you want. You're an adult, but what are you really looking for? And he didn't say anything, and my friend goes, you want harmony. He goes, right? And he's like, yeah, I want harmony. I want to be in the sauna. He goes, do you think you're going to get that from a guy that would do that?
That's a good point.
And you have to think about that. You have to say, do you want to fight? Do you want to just fight? Then admit that. But if you go, no, I'm trying to relax here, and this person's on their cell phone, I want harmony. And you go, well, then you have to ask yourself, is that how you're going to get it? The guy that's wringing his boxers into the mechanism of the dry sauna, you think he's going to go, you're right, I never thought about that. You're not going to get harmony.
No.
Make another plan.
A guy's not going to be drying his balls over the sauna, being like, you made a good point there. Yeah.
Exactly. He goes,
wow, you're really, yeah.
So, what are you going to do? In most situations,
let's go to the other side
just
over
shut
here,
up.
because there's some stuff.
I think that's when you get to prove you're sane. Because
when you can shut up?
If you can't... Part of saying everybody wants to think they're more evolved and more sane, and it's how you react to the insane.
Right.
You don't just go, that guy's crazy. I gotta go over there. He's about. Yes, so are you.
Have you? This is one of the most. This is one of the most littered things.
Really?
I've had the buzz balls. Have you ever had one of these?
That could be an ad for them.
Yeah. Buzz ball. Throw it away after. Who gives a shit?
What is it? Is it like a chocolate drink?
No, it's the kind of drink that you drink it and then you commit a crime. That's what it is.
Let's walk this way. I might get a bottle of water over here.
Okay.
Let me trim this tree up.
Yeah, now you're in the mood. Now you're in the mood, dude. Hey, for Elise, let's open a business here.
Oh my God, we could open up a
sauna?
We open up a sauna. No, we open up a massage place, but we have a big sign that goes, "We give happy beginnings."
Oh, that's good. We jack you off in the beginning.
Right.
Why don't they do that? And then you massage and you feel relaxed.
Right. And when you think about it, the massage industry.
And I do think about it all the time. The massage industry.
Whatever. Like
I'm thinking about it constantly.
That offer that, happy ending.
Yeah.
For a massage, sometimes they're not making that much money, but they're going, I'm willing to do that because I think, it'll help my business. And I think that's something people want. And I'm willing to fucking do that.
I think they open the businesses with that. I don't think they're like running a failing massage parlor and they're like, we gotta do something. And then someone's like, wait, I have it. Wait, I got an idea. This is crazy. We already have the oil. Let's start jacking them off.
Because in that case, car dealerships would do it. They're like, can you imagine that? We're like, listen, if you buy this car, the guy will take you behind there. And it doesn't matter gay or straight, it's anybody.
Gay or straight.
Dan, take this guy behind the building, jerk him off. He's buying that Maserati over there. I'm not jerking the guy off. He's buying a Maserati. All right, well, then you're not getting a $10,000 commission check.
Whoops. Yeah, sorry, buddy.
All right, where do you want to meet me? Look at this. This makes... So if you own
yeah,
a business,
now you're getting it, dude.
Come on. We should get...
Go ahead.
Jumpsuits.
I love that idea.
And then you make yourself like the patrol.
I love that idea.
And then you go out with your guests and they wear one and you
and it has the name of the show on it, maybe? Yeah. I love that idea.
Almost like, they could be so cheap to do because you almost could get a onesie, that look. You know what I mean? Where it's like the waist area. Doesn't even have to be a jumpsuit. It will look cooler.
Here, let's cross right here and we'll get some of this.
That would look so cool. And it's sort of like poking fun at like, we're superheroes.
Yeah, right. I told you about the show at Dynasty. They're doing a recording. Comedy, I don't know if you've noticed this, but I have. It's gotten very kind of corporate in a lot of ways. In a couple good ways too. But I'm backstage and I notice every comic there. And are you taking, what's going on?
I'm tightening my belt.
Oh, you're tightening it, okay.
No, I was gonna pull down my pants and shit.
And then clean it up. I don't want to throw it away, but it is on the ground and it seems to have been stepped on a few times.
You know what you could do with that?
What's that?
Make I don't know.
You can wipe your ass with it after your shit.
Here's a guy that you don't want to hurt his feelings. Now I'm gonna have to whisper this bit, but I'm your neighbor, right?
Yeah.
And I want you to do the best job you can. You have to be nice to me because
Okay.
I'm gonna show you something.
Okay.
I go, hey, how you doing? How you doing, Dan?
Oh, hey, how are you?
Remember I was telling you about that fake grass that I got? This shit is crazy now. Because you remember AstroTurf looked so fake?
Oh,
remember?
Yeah, it's like plasticky.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like a new day. Come over here, you're going to freak out.
Oh, yeah.
That's not fucking real. That's not fucking real.
Wow, really?
Yeah, that's fucking fake.
You're telling me that's fake grass? Because you could have fooled me.
Yeah, you can't tell anymore.
Wow.
That's what I told my wife. My wife, she's so stupid. She comes out here, she goes, I can tell it's fake from a mile away. It's because you're looking to be fucking argumentative.
Now, is it like hybrid? Is it like half real, half fake?
I don't know what
is that how they're getting that look? Or?
I don't know what it is, but I'll tell you, whatever they did something right.
Wait a minute. Now, you're telling me, that, let me just take a good look at it. You're telling me, I can't believe that.
Be careful. I think they hear it. Hurry up, run. if they go, hey, are you doing a bit about a...
You doing it?
Well, mine, I was whispering it. But Dan got really...
Honey, you put in the fake grass. Now they're coming by twice a day doing bits about it.
You know, there's a big a dinosaur 3 doors up from us. And
Go on.
three, and I don't mean the
Are you talking about just the... Yeah,
sounds like
it's just some woman.
It does sound like that. But, or it could be some guy too. Guys can be dinosaurs.
Sure.
But I was thinking of a woman.
Right, of course.
No, so it's like a big metal one, and it's outside of their house. Mm-hmm. And I was walking around one night, and I saw somebody put a note on it. Go, do you mind if we decorate it for Christmas?
Nice.
So we're sitting in front of it now. On a different day, I could have been making fun of it, but I just decided for whatever reason, I'm with like 3 friends. Oh, we were on mushrooms, and I go, you know what? Because I saw the sign and it made neighborly thing. I go, I love that dinosaur. I really do. Like, I really love it.
Yeah.
And then from the window you hear, thank you. And right away we all thought the same thing. We could have easily been
just shitting
on it, not even doing a bit.
Well, here's the thing about the AstroTurf is those people didn't put that in with the intention of making it look real.
Yes, they did.
No.
I talked to them. You know, someone wants to be right so bad you lie. No, I know those people. I
literally
over.
talk to them. Who will lie for it too?
Yes, no. It's like I lied. You ever just, hopefully like, less as you get older, but like, just lie because you catch yourself. You can catch yourself. It's not such a bad thing. The other day, someone goes, Todd, you shouldn't use the rat traps because the rats get poisoned. And I try to be green, like with exterminators, using stuff that's not...
whole roll of dog bags
like,
here.
You can get exterminators that they don't use poison. It's stuff to keep rid of the bugs, like citruses. But anyway, the point being... Oh, what are we talking about? Shit, I know I'm going to make a point here.
No, I can remember your point too. Give me 1 second. It was that you can catch yourself in a lie.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So rats just freak me out. I'm like, I had one about 5 years ago, so I have like 7, 8 rat traps in my yard. I built these little wood boxes around them so you can't see them, because when you see them, you go, oh, this place has a problem with rats.
Right.
Anyway, so about a month ago, my friend, and she is right. She goes, you really shouldn't do that because the rats get sick and die, and then the crows eat them.
Oh, really?
And then the crows can get sick.
Oh.
And when she said it, right away, inwardly, I thought, nah, that sounds true. But because I didn't want to, I haven't seen any sick crows. Like, what the fuck? I'm lying. Like, I haven't noticed it. I haven't looked for sick crows. But I made it sound like, believe me, you don't think I'm going to check my yard for sick crows?
I look around for sick crows all the time.
Yeah,
I'm looking all around. I have binoculars in the fucking house.
Yes. No, I'm just giving a rat poison that could go. I'm stupid. I'm not aware. Of course the crows are going to eat it.
Of course the crows are going to eat it.
No, I check all the time. Matter of fact, I check the whole neighborhood.
Right.
And there's no sick crows. I have looked. Matter of fact,
all the crows are in tip-top health in this neighborhood, and I'm the only one making sure of it.
Matter of fact, and I swear to God, I'm not lying. The other day, my brother was here. He parked his car. He goes, I've never seen so many healthy crows.
These crows are jacked. These crows
healthy.
are ripped. Look at these guys.
So there's no sick crows. You don't think I'd notice a crow like walking down the street? Oh, with the stomach ache.
Right. Oh. With a walker.
Oh, with a walker, with an air oxygen.
No joke. I walked down the street the other week. Crow doing pull-ups with its little wings. I swer to God, you've never seen that before.
Shut up.
You've never seen that before. No, I'm not fucking lying to you, dude. I saw it. I used to tell lies like that when I was a kid. I
doubled down.
When I was like really, really young, I would tell my mom, like, I saw a spider as big as a car. Oh. And she would be like, no, you didn't. I'd be like, shut up.
How old were you?
like
maybe 28.
Yeah, it was like 25. You know, you were 25. You don't know.
Oh shit.
All the dogs know you littered. All the dogs know you littered.
Have you ever had a dog run at you? Have you?
No. Oh well, a little,
but I can't remember. Have you?
We'll go up here. Up here.
That dog came out at me.
Oh, careful!
First thing I thought was bashing him over the head with this. Don't use that. Hey, can I say something so I don't forget and I'm remembering now?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a plea to the camera. It's a plea to the show.
Yeah, sure.
It's an ask to the show.
You can go straight to camera. Go straight to camera.
If my head looks not good from behind, please don't use any footage of it. When we did college shows, I mean, I'm sure this happens all the time. It also doesn't happen most of the time, in all fairness. but he would get like 10,000 and give the comedians 800.
Sure.
Because you're 22 years old, $800. You're like, that's fucking great. No one's even blinking an eye. But he would always show up to get the check. Like we noticed, like he drove 4 hours to be in front of us to. Okay, he didn't want us seeing the check.
Right.
So if he was in the vicinity, we go, oh really? You like? Because that's like 4 hours. And he goes, yeah, I wanted to be here.
I wanted to just see what's going on.
He swoops in and he gets that check. He's like, I'll get that. We don't want anyone needing to see that.
What a racket for that guy too.
I think it's very common.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
I think it's very common.
Yeah, I once did a private, I got messaged and they were like, "Oh, do you want to do a private gig?" And I was like, "Sure." And I asked everybody what I should ask what I should ask for. And then I'm so stupid and I'm so anxious that I went, I'll just ask him. I was like, "Hey, if you cover like flight and whatever," I was like, "How about like $500?"
Right.
Thinking I was over asking,
Right.
And they were like, "Oh, we'll give you 1,000," and that's where I knew I messed up. I was like, "Oh no."
We don't have to talk about him now, but for that specific reason, like sometimes I'll handle a job, handle the call. Like my manager will get an email, and it'll be like, "Hey, you might want to do this," and then I reply. I have a few tricks. How to find out what their budget is.
I would love to figure that out. I would also like to shout out Peralta's maintenance service.
Oh.
Tree trimming and removal, hauling palms and more, cement work and driveways, sprinkles and installations. They do a lot of stuff here at Peralta's.
That's a nice house. Where do you see the view?
Now wait, you see that? What would you do to this house?
Oh, what would I do to this house?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good question. Put like doors that look like what do you call it? Carriage house doors, like wooden doors that look like they open, because it's there in the front of the house. Something that's conducive with the style.
Got it. Yeah.
You know what? You don't really need to do that much except to take the numbers. The numbers look cheap.
Yeah,
it's funny how numbers, more expensive numbers, and
it's
then
huge.
the yard. Just landscape those two areas.
And you're good.
Yeah, you don't really need to do that much. Maybe paint it. If I had the money, paint it tan. A little darker.
Tan.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't know. But definitely the doors. The doors would be the huge difference.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
I'd put a moat around it.
I'd
put a big moat around it.
And then I'd burn it down.
Burn it to the ground.
Burn it to the ground.
For insurance money.
For insurance money.
That's what I would personally do. It's HGTV, but it's with mobsters. It's like, you know what I'd do with this thing?
I would burn it down.
I'd burn it to the ground.
Remember I told you about, my ex would walk around and what we do at this house. That's
Sure.
like, you're the wrong person. That you go, I would do this. I'd start. It's just so funny to go, I'll tell you what I do. I'd torch this whole neighborhood, put up a super target. Look at this house. This house, every time we walk by, we're like, look how peaceful it is. Did you get a shot of their yard, or is that wrong?
I don't know. I think you're calling it nice. So.
Yeah, look how nice this yard is. It's just something about it. It's just so,
it's quaint.
Like quaint. Yeah, like also like back home. Mm-hmm. Also like back home.
I think there's like no litter here, so I think we may have, just as I say that, we got a mini Jose Cuervo. Someone's partying over here.
Where do you see this house at the end? You would think the old, if you won the $20 million lottery, you go, well, you might not want to live in this, neighborhood even maybe. Mm-hmm. But I have such a fantasy of what I would want to do with this house at the end.
These people might have done what you did with the leaves over here.
No. By the way, that to me is also right there. See that house? Painting it black and landscaping, that house was probably not that attractive, and then they knew what to do. Like, I love noticing that. They'll know, okay, we got to paint it black. Sometimes just steps, like modern steps with those metal, instead of wooden dowels, they're metal, pulled tight metal, like right there.
I love judging houses, even though I'm so far from the means to own one. It feels better to judge something. People always say, "Oh, don't judge things that are outside of your tax bracket or whatever." I'm like, no. That's the best thing to judge. I'll look at like a mansion, and I'll be like, that backsplash is disgusting.
Yeah, and also, by the way, I don't even judge it like in a catty way. No. Also, I also a lot of see things. I'm like, oh, look, it's fun to watch people who got it. Like, someone looked at that house and went, we just got to do this, and you're like, that's fun to see too. And the homes I usually say it to, it's not even someone that tried to do it. It's just a home that's been there for a while.
Right.
And it's not like someone updated it and I'm criticizing it.
I love doing that too. I love doing that.
Yeah, my orange mulch always bothers me.
Yeah.
Because it looks so cheap. Red mulch, I mean.
I don't like pillars where they're not supposed to be.
Like
Pillars just to be fancy. Like you'll see pillars inside of and it's like, this isn't a pillar mansion.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh,
relax. Yeah, relax. Relax with the pillars over here. You didn't make the pillar money, and that's fine. You'll get to pillars eventually. We don't need pillars on this.
And it looks cheap.
This is a duplex. Get the pillars
Just
off
relax.
of this. Relax.
Pillars.
Relax.
Oh, that's too fucking funny. You know what? I'll probably do that in my act. I mean, I said it first.
Please.
You said it. You should do that in your act.
Oh, I should? Pillars?
I think there's something funny about that because we both had the same feeling of relax, which is what it's like you're not a pillar. You're not pillar people.
Not pillar yet.
There are pillar people. You need a little more money for your house.
1,000%.
Okay. So this house here.
It's gorgeous.
Like building the walls up so there's more property, like each wall at the end, so that you can have some front yard. You just have to put up walls and fill it with dirt. You know what I mean? So when you walk out your front door, it's level. All the way to the curb, you know?
Sure.
But like making that just house upstairs, imagine gutting it, turning it into like a big loft at the top.
Yeah.
You know, all open, because then you could see there, you can see there, you could have a rooftop deck. That home, that could be something special.
That could be great.
But you'd need that home's probably $2 million the way it is.
Right.
And you know.
You don't know if you would get it back from doing all that. That's
I mean, if you had the money and you didn't care.
See, that's why I got it all. Chick-fil-A on the bottom,
Yes.
Taco Bell on the top.
My grandfather literally said that once, where there's an open field across the street from him, and he just looked at it, it was dirty. And me and my brothers remember this, and we're like in 6th, 7th grade when he said it. He goes, I wish they just plow that down and pave it. We're like,
Do what? Just make
it.
a parking?
Just he wanted it paved. Isn't that funny?
That is one of the most hilarious mentalities I've ever heard.
Yeah.
I wish they would just put blacktop
Right.
over that.
And that's one of those things, like every one of my brothers, you know, there's a few things from over the years that you all remember for the rest of your lives. Okay, just to put it so you know what's going on, all this stuff, this was all in this alley over there. Some of this stuff was on the side street. It was not easy.
I can't believe you carried all of this and put the couch in your teeth. That was crazy.
I pulled the couch with my teeth because it's a long story, but now we got it over here, and the show is paying for a truck, which should be here any minute.
It's gonna come
to come pick it up, and then we did some regular trash.
We got a couple of other little things.
I don't know if on the other shows they did anything like this. I guess so far they were just picking up little pieces of trash, but we really took it to another level. That thing over there was just laying on the curb over there.
Well, this really goes towards my open rivalry with Hiking with Kevin Nealon, which I'm starting right now. I'm starting a rivalry with Hiking with Kevin Nealon. And Kevin, what have you done?
When you go hike, you pick up trash?
Done?
No, I didn't ever see him pick up trash.
I never see him pick up anything.
I
see him walk
whistling.
by it. Yeah. A great whistler, but are we doing anything?
Are we picking up any trash? Kevin, come on, you're better than that.
But Todd, thank you for helping me, bud.
I want to ask you a quick question.
Yeah, go ahead.
What if somebody said, like, you had a show with a budget, and we saw this here, and we go, okay, what can we do with all this? Now, again, you have a budget, so you drop the rug off, you get it clean. Like and then to turn this, put this in your house.
Reupholster some of the stuff.
Yeah, like you use this, can that be cleaned? Can that be used as anything? So we take all this and we reassemble it somewhere, and we, I don't know, we look what we did with this shit, it could be called. All right, that's all. That's all I got.
Do you want to plug anything, Todd?
Oh, woof. I got a lot of plugs. My Instagram, my TikTok.
Hilarious stuff on there, by the way.
I just joined TikTok 2 months ago. I have 300,000 people.
Are you kidding me?
2 months ago.
Are you kidding me?
No, I have 250,000. But I joined a year ago. I'm loving it over there. Fun. I love it. And then my Netflix special, Todd Glass, Act Happy.
On Netflix.
Oh, I do have one more thing.
Yeah, please.
I forgot. This is the thing I'm most proud of. So there's a show that I want to bring to New York. It's my stand-up show, but there's a band. We've talked about it. You know what? I don't even need to talk about it anymore. There's something on YouTube. It's called Todd Glass, The Event of a Lifetime. It's a 4-minute highlight reel of the show. You'll go watch it. You'll be like, oh, okay. You'll figure out what the show is. Todd Glass, The Event of a Lifetime. You think The Event of a Lifetime is better, or should it be The Event of My Lifetime?
Oh, I thought you were going to ask it the event of a lifetime or event of a lifetime.
It's called Todd Glass, the event of a lifetime, or should it be the event of my lifetime?
The event of a lifetime, I think.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
We'll be back right after this.